All right, this subject is endurance rides. This is a good one. I love when I go for long rides here in the Claremont area. I see probably on a Saturday morning if I'm doing a longer ride, I'm probably going to see 200, 300 cyclists. I probably see two people actually training. Looks like most people are just riding in a group or riding really easy. Now, easy rides are super important, but there needs to be a purpose. So when we talk about endurance rides for a bit, endurance rides are solid aerobic rides. So you're not dawdling. When you're on your TT bike, these should definitely be done on your TT bike. Certainly when we're in the preseason and race season. Off season, road bikes are fine. Should be in the TT because that position is important. You don't want to be spending your entire endurance ride sitting up on the bars because we need to be in those angles to get the transfer. Heart rate should be in your endurance range and not above it, so kind of the middle to higher end of your endurance range. Cadence should be fairly close, probably in most cases, certainly 80 to 90. Doesn't need to be really high. It should be very close to what your race cadence is. And one of the things we're focusing on that is one, relaxing, pedaling efficiently, okay, and then making sure that everything is in control and developing efficiency in that position over the long period of time. If you can't stay in your TT position for at least an hour comfortably, probably longer if you're doing longer races, you need to make some sort of an adjustments because you got to be able to stay there efficiently and comfortably for longer periods of time. So it's really, it's a little bit harder to do on the bike because you can always shift to an easier gear. So heart rate is in the endurance range. Cadence is very close, plus or minus 5 from your race cadence. And then also, it's a good time to practice fueling, hydrating on a regular basis to make this a normal standard routine. You shouldn't finish these rides wiped out. And then you got to look at if you're doing a group ride, don't be confused because group rides, you're kind of doing somebody else's workout. You're going to have big surges. And one of the things, that I look at is in Training Peaks, it's not the average heart rate because the average heart rate might be in the endurance range. But if I look at the bar graphs where it has the different bins of how much time you spend in each, like 5 or 10 beat categories, the biggest category should be below that heart rate ceiling of your endurance ceiling. So look at those two because that means you're doing the right, means we're working the right energy system and you're going to be, certainly recover quicker and be ready for the next day's training. Hope this helps.